Good morning, everybody. We'll begin today's session. So, this is the first question. Two friends on a bike and other in a car arrive at a parking lot. The chance that one in the bike will find a parking space is 0.1 and the one on the bike not finding one in the car finding a parking space is 0.1 and on the bike not finding a car parking space is 0.1. What is the probability that only one of them finds a parking space? Okay. So the probability of car finding is 0.1 and the one on the bike not finding is 0.1. So the probability that only one of them finds a parking space will be scenario where car finds, but not but and bike does not. Or bike finds space and car does not. In order to find the probability that only one of them finds the parking space, we have two scenarios. One is where car finds and bike does not, or bike finds and car does not. Now, in this case, and refers always to multiplication, and or refers to addition. Okay. So car finds parking space, we already know, is 0.1. And bike does not, we already know it's also 0.1. Plus or diya hai, so plus. Bike finds parking space. Bike does not find parking space is 0.1. So bike find parking space will be 1 minus 0.1. Multiply by car does not find. Car finding parking space is 0.1. So car does not find parking space will be 1 minus 0.1. When you solve this, this will be 0.01 plus 0.81. This is 0.9 multiplied by 0.9. That's why, which is equal to 0.81. You add both of them, answer comes to 0.82, which is the correct answer. Okay, we'll move to the next one. All doctors have to have a good understanding of human body. Vijay has a good understanding of human body, so he must be a cardiologist. Okay, which are given the statement. Doctors is a larger subset. Vijay is a person who exhibits the quality that the larger subset has, which is given of understanding of human body. And then what we given? So Vijay must be a cardiologist. Cardiologist is one set within the larger subset. Okay. So what it follows is large set quality it has, followed by person with same quality, followed by one set within large set. In this case, it's a cardiologist. Okay, where that zooming in, zoom out happens. Large subset, say we go to one set within it. First statement, which says we have to find which of the following option exhibits the exact same fallacy as the statement below. Okay, we'll start with the first statement. All dentists have to have a good understanding of human teeth. Santosh really has a good understanding of human teeth, so he must be a medical practitioner. So dentist is a part of medical practitioner. Here medical practitioner is a larger whole and dentist is a part of it. So this does not exhibit that same fallacy that is there in the core statement. So A is wrong. B says all canines hunt in packs. Devil always hunts in with his pack, so he must be a wolf. Now here, wolf is a subset of canines. Canines is a larger set and wolf is a part of it. And then we know this person, devil, hunts in with the same quality that the larger subset holds. So this follows the same principle in place. So B is correct. C says all good artists have a good sense of color. Sunita has an excellent sense of color, so she must be a painter. Painter here is a small subset of artists, where painters, sculptors, even dancers, they are all artists at the end of the day. So C is also correct, where we start with a large subset and then go to one set there. So C is correct. D. Our lecturers have to talk a lot. Vineet can talk for hours together, so he must be a teacher. Now here the whole relationship gets flipped out, like we saw in A. Lecturers are a small set within teachers. Teacher is a larger whole. Okay, so here D is also wrong. Hence B and C are the only correct ones. Okay, we'll move to the next one. A square is cut into 7 pieces as shown on the extreme left, which is this. Identify which of the option can be made using all 7 pieces. Okay, so this is how the options can be cut. Based on this, very straightforwardly, we know D does not have one big triangle, versus there are 2 big triangles in the question figure. D only has 1 big triangle, so D is wrong. With case of option A, when you look at option A, you have 1, 2, and 3. You have 3 small triangles happening, versus the question figure has only 2 small triangles happening. So like this one and this one. So A is wrong. B and C are fine. There is only one issue with B and C. Now here we can accept it because flipping wala nahi diya hai. In a tangram, this is called a tangram puzzle. In a tangram, a rhombus is the only shape which is not symmetrical, okay, along vertical axis or horizontal axis. So isme, if you look at option B ka rhombus, uska rhombus happens like this. C ka rhombus also is in the same orientation as this. So it's not in the same orientation as shown here, but here we are not given any condition that flipping is not allowed. Okay, so we can accept option B and option C as the correct answers. Okay, we'll move to the next one. Shown in the image are schematic diagrams of a folding chair structure. If the black dot indicates a hinge joint, identify the structure or structures that will work as a folding chair. One or more options are correct. Here we are given a chair structure. We have to identify which of these structure will work as a folding chair. In nature, the most stable structure form is that of a triangle, okay, which is the most rigid form. It will allow minimal movement. Versus if you look at a rectangle, that is the one that can deform very easily. Jaise ye wala part hai. If I push it here and here, this will deform into some form like this. Okay. And then at the end of the day, it can also deform into further. If I further keep on pushing, it can also deform into some form like this, which means collapse hona is possible. It can fold itself. It can deform itself to a very thin form also. So in A, B, and C, we see triangle form happening. So all 3 are not possible. And D is the only one which is possible because of this frame, which allows that flexibility. So D is the correct answer. Okay. We'll move to the next one. Below is a tire tread mark. Choose the correct cross section or cross sections that correspond to the same tread mark. All cross sections are perpendicular to the tire. One or more options are possible in this case. Okay. So this is where the cross sections are. This is how the cross sections happen. Okay. So yeah. So in this case, this one corresponds to this, and this one corresponds to this. Ye red wala jo hai is of this cross section, where you see the black, the white, the black, the white, and then a little bit black, the black, white, and a little bit black. C wala jo cross section hai, wahan pe we have white space. This is the white space. We have the black space here, ye wala. We have the white, we have the white and then the black one. Sorry, one second. Sorry. C wala jo hai is this one. I'm sorry. We have the white space which I ticked here is this one. We have the black, which is this one, the white, which is this one, the black, the white, the black, the white, and then a part black here. So C is corresponds to this part. This is C. This is A, this one, and then this is D. D may you have the black, the white, the black, and the white. The black, white, black, and white. So that also corresponds. So A, D, and C, all three are correct here. Okay. We'll move to the next one. Figure 1 shows a specific pattern. From the options below, select the pattern that best matches the one in the figure 1. In the figure 1, we are given pattern as A, B, C, E, H, and M. If I start writing the numbers corresponding to it, A is 1, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, E is 5, H is 8, and M is 13. This is the 13th number. Okay. If you look at option A, it has 1, 1, then 10, 2. Then you have 3, but we don't have the 1 in the starting. So A is wrong. Case of option B, you have 2 of same color, same shape, 2 of same shape, and then 2 of same shape. So it should be A, B, B, and C, C. So B is wrong. With case of option C, you have 1 line figure, which is a circle. We have 2 line figure, which is a semicircle. We have a 3 line figure. So you have 1, 1, then 2, then a 3 line figure, which is 3. Then a pentagon, which is 5. Then an octagon, which is 8. And then a 13-sided figure, which is 13. So C corresponds, so C is fine. With case of option D, it is A, B, and then this repeats as some other figure. So this is like 1.5 times it. So it does not correspond here well. So D is also wrong. Only option C is the one which follows this same pattern. Okay. We'll move to the next one. Given below is a structure made of colored straw. Which of the views shown in the option belongs to the object in the box? Okay. So here we're given this structure. If you just look at the squares, you have a yellow. If I go clockwise, yellow, blue, red. Sorry, it's not seen. Sorry. Okay, let me try it this way. So you have a, no, even this is not seen. Okay, so you have a yellow here, you have a blue here, you have a green here, and then you have a red here. So yellow, blue, green happens in one edge. Yellow clockwise, yellow, blue, green, and red clockwise happens. C may is the same thing as A. So let's see if it happens. If I'm looking from top and then if I assume that C is from the bottom, let's assume that, let's check if it works or it does not work. This is clockwise, so this has to follow anti-clockwise. So yellow, blue, green, and red anti-clockwise works. So A and C are fine so far. B में भी वो work करता है. Yellow, blue, green, and red clockwise में works. A, B, and C are fine. Let's see the other one. So yeah, yellow, blue, red, yellow. Sorry, yellow. Sorry, one second. Yellow, blue, green, and red. Yellow, blue, green, and red. D is fine so far. Next, we'll move to the next one. The next one is green, red, yellow, and blue. So here also that green, red, yellow, and blue works. Green, red, yellow, and blue works clockwise में. This also works. Green, red, yellow, blue works, not a problem. C में भी वो work करता है, but वो it work anti-clockwise करता है. D में it works, but the only issue which one can observe in D, if I erase this part, would be कि येलो वाली दो लाइंस इंटरसेक्ट हो रही है जो यहाँ पे नहीं हो रही है. सो डी इज द वन विच इज नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ इट क्लियरली, and A, B, and C, all three are correct. After this, I also cross-checked these ridges that are there, even they were working fine without any problem of rotation. Okay, we'll move to the next one. Figure 1 depicts the location of 50 families. They are affiliated with red and blue parties. 5 wards are to be drawn such that they are continuous and have equal number of families. The party that wins 3 or more of the 5 wards wins the election. Select the option or options such that the blue party wins. Okay, we have to make sure that the blue party wins here. Basically, you're given here this jigsaw puzzle. When you merge when you stick all the jigsaw puzzle together is when you get this kind of a form which is given here, which is of the families. We have to draw out wards in such a way that the blue party wins. Okay, so this is how I tried to do it, where A wala jo part hai with all these pieces, we can fit these pieces here like this. But the only issue that happen in this kind of fitting is this form, ये वाला जो form था, ये थोड़ा, I'll just draw it again. This form that you see here is what is a problem. It's not a part. I cannot find this kind of form here, which is a problem. And also I can get this kind of a form here, which is also not possible. So these two pieces are the one which are not a part of it. So A is wrong. Case of option B, we get a residue space here. We also get now even if I assume के ये वाला जो form है वो यहाँ पे सॉरी इतने में यहाँ पे आ जाएगा, बट स्टिल यहाँ पे 3 है, यहाँ पे 2 है, so even that is not working out. So we are not able to find places for these two, so B is also wrong. With case of option C also we are having issue with residue, which is this residue. We are getting issue with also this residue here. So C is also not possible, where I'm not able to find space for this particular kind of object. With case of option D is the one which fits all pieces together perfectly, and also in case of option D, this piece 1, this piece 2nd, and this piece 3rd, they allow for the blue party to win, which means blue party will overall win in this kind of configuration. So D is the only one which is possible here. Okay, we'll move to the next one. Holes have been drilled through a cube of size 10 by 10 by 10 as shown in the figure below. The number each hole indicates its depth in units. All holes except A, B, C, D, and P have been sealed on the surface after drilling. If water is poured through P, from which of the following holes A, B, C, D will it find its way out? One or more option is possible here. So this is how the drilling will work. Okay. When यहाँ पे 7 units दिया है, which means the depth will be 7 units for P. For A will be 7, B will be 6. P will, when drilled inside, it will connect A and B at these junctures. A, it will get connected here, and B will get connected here. Okay. So definitely if I'm pouring in water from here, A or B में से तो पानी आएगा, not a problem. With case of option C, B से H से connected है. If C was 6 in depth, it would have been still possible to get water out, but it's not, it's 5, so C नहीं possible होगा. With case of option D के case में, yes, it does not connect with B or P, but it connects indirectly through this and this hole. Okay, how? So the P wala hole is connected to this one hole. It connects that hole connects that P junction at some edge here, for example. Okay, यहाँ से वो पानी यहाँ पे लेके आ जाएगा, एंड देन वी हैव दिस वन, ये वाला जो होल है ये इसके साथ यहाँ पे कहीं पे कनेक्टेड होगा। ये दोनों, सॉरी, they both will be connected somewhere here in between. So in terms of water flow, it will flow here horizontally, and then wahan se the water flow will move downward and then come out of hole D. So D is also possible. Henceforth, A, B, and D, all three are correct answers here. Okay. With this, I will end today's session here. Thank you so much for your time.